If you'll recall, Bill's horizon is the blue line, and he can see all of the sun above it. Jane's horizon is the pink line, and she can see all of the sun below it. Neither of them can see the thin black line through the middle of the sun, as it's blocked by the earth on which they stand. So now I'm just going to zoom in on the earth and place a peak new moon in between the earth and the sun. This is the earth and peak new moon to scale. And here are Bill and Jane's same horizon lines. I'm going to end this video with a simple question. We'll agree, for argument's sake, that Bill and Jane can see almost half of the sun from their terminator lines. Can they see the moon too?
Well, that's a simple question. We'll give a simple answer, and the answer is yes. First, this is not the view of what Bill and Jane sees. It shows what a third person sees, looking at the side view of the Earth and the Moon, with Bill on top of the globe and Jane at the bottom. But if we imagine a pipe the size of the Earth extending out to just past the Moon, we see that the Moon is still visible. So Bill is seeing the Moon to his right as the Moon sets, and Jane at the bottom is seeing the Moon rise to her left. Video of Bill and Jane's perspective of Mike Boll's picture. Bill watching the moon set, the moon right of the sun. Jane watching the moon rise, the moon left of the sun. Perspective lines from a circle can be confusing if no frame of reference is given. Bill and Jane's line of sight to the moon may look like Bill is looking down, but he is simply looking to his right, and Jane is simply looking to her left. A single perspective top-down view over Bill clearly shows why he can see the moon. And again, the line showing Bill's line of sight to his right does not mean he is looking down. Not sure why Mike Boll is even asking the question. When I explained in the video he presented, maybe he is unaware that left and right to the observer at dawn or dusk represents above or below the ecliptic line. To those that conducted the first experiment, they now have irrefutable evidence that the distance to the moon within the tolerance of the equipment used. Irrefutable simply means impossible to deny or disprove the facts. The irrefutable evidence does not prove a globe or a flat earth, simply the distance to the moon. Both sides, the globers or the flat earthers, must use this fact in any model they present. Repetitive measurements over time will also give you the moon's perigee and apogee. Now that we know the distance to the moon, we can measure the diameter. First, we simply need to determine the angular diameter of the moon. Several ways to determine this. The two easiest probably by measuring the moon's apparent diameter in pixels from the photographs as compared to the image total field of view in degrees, or use a program like Stellarium, which calculates the angular diameter in degrees automatically. We can load Stellarium and we can see that when the moon is 384,000 kilometers from the Earth, the apparent diameter of the moon is 0.51846 degrees. We can now just simply enter the two known values into a calculator. The moon 384,000 kilometers away and the apparent diameter of 0.51846. The result is 3,474.8 kilometers, and this leaves us with the 11-year-old fifth graders coming very close to the accepted globe proponent's value of 3,474.2 kilometers. And of course, this is nowhere near the flat Earth claim of the moon's diameter being 70 miles.
So for over 4 years, I've been looking at this, and this is one of the most brilliant ideas I've heard of that cannot be debunked.